Good morning, everyone. And they say a picture paints a billion zillion words. And here we have a Polaris Dagor or Dagger, depending on how you pronounce it, A1 light mobility vehicle. This is a lovely 3D print from the world of AliExpress Frontline Collection Store. I'm not sponsored, I buy all my own stuff. This obviously coming from China. These take a good few months to arrive. And it comes with figures, one of which has just dropped out, but 4 figures and a gunner on the top. Now, the Malagasy sections that I employ are 9 strong, so you have 5 in each vehicle potentially. I've just done the underneath black there. It is actually black where the suspension is, and just a sand colour. The detailing is absolutely beautiful, and I've talked to Bad Lieutenant about this vehicle, and we've gone through various light vehicle configurations. Now, why am I buying these vehicles? Well, as some other contributors have pointed out, I operate the Malagasy What If helicopter fleet very similarly to the RAF. So they're not going in to do a Russian bridge too far like the operation in Hostomel around Kyiv in 2022, which really just shows the vulnerability of helicopter assaults in the modern age. So they will drop off their troops behind the forward area of battle or deep into the enemy's rear, which means that the light mobile forces, which are the Foreign Legion and airborne troops, which are amphibious and airborne by nature, need light mobility, unprotected and protected mobility to then close with the enemy and fix them if they're doing the fixing operation, and or ambush them, confront them if they're doing the fighting operation. So essential to that is the JLTV. I did look at alternatives, but in the scale and from what's available with that 3D printer, this is the best option I found. Now, the JLTV provides light protected mobility. So it is light protection, but it is good against IEDs and stuff like that. And then for unprotected mobility and striking, the Dagor or Dagger, Polaris Dagger A1 provides mobility, but it's not protected against IEDs and stuff like that. It's essentially the modern Wimic, Land Rover Wimic, or the Humvee replacement. Unprotected, so it has to recce the routes carefully and avoid IED belts and stuff like that. And then also to get the troops around and into position, I've got the Polaris MR ZR-D4s, which are these two here, and then a Polaris 850 quad, essentially a quad bike. Now, the whole idea of this is that these light and mobile troops can be dropped off, keeping the helicopter operating units safe from contested LZs. And they can then use mobility and speed and firepower to overwhelm the enemy. These MRZRs have got the countermeasures for drones on them, and we've got a 50 cal here and a 50 cal on the JLTV. So lots of different ranges of capability. Now, the good thing about the Polaris Dagor, I'm going to call it, because it is spelt D-A-G-O-R, and I don't think you have a dagger. Well, we normally have an E in it, but I'm from the West Mids, so what do I know about English? Basically, the good thing about this vehicle, going back to what I was saying, is it's actually 2,000 kilograms. These are 1,000 kilograms. Obviously, that's before you put people in and loads in. And the JLTV is 7,500, so that's a good underslung load for a Chinook or a CH-53 or an MH-53E should be able to carry 2 of those. And these, they all fold down on the top like the MR ZR, so they can go into the back of things like Chinooks and CH-53s. I think it would be a tight fit into the XC142 series, so you'd probably underslung it. Can be underslung by a Black Hawk as well, or a Puma, but these can just go straight in the back. And you can carry 2 of those in an XC142 series aircraft. And the idea is that you can deploy a whole section with the ZRD4s and an ATV. So that's a 9-person section. So each section can have their own vehicles for mobility. And then I've already covered the JLTV, where you have one section giving drivers for the platoon and the other sections acting as dismounts. Same thing you can do with the Polaris DAGOR, or you can have one vehicle with 5 and then the rest of the section in an ZRD4. So that's your section there. So there's numerous ways of deploying them, but the whole idea is to deploy the forces in a way that's giving them mobility and giving them a firepower advantage and the advantage to pop up where the enemy least expect it. Take care. Goodbye.